Good morning, and here we are in our Unity Museum. As you know, we start off with the principles of the Baha'i Faith, and we find ways and means to educate the public through our various exhibits in our museum about those principles. So let me just walk around a little bit and show you what we are all about. We start off with the history of Seattle and carry on and talk a little bit about Lewis and Clark. And so you can see we have some objects that complement that. And then we go over to the history of the state of Washington and exhibit a beautiful 1860s dance dress that is of a split buffalo dance dress. Here we now talk about Leo Tolstoy and the piece of the Berlin Wall, the Ishkabad Temple. And let me just sort of walk along, have an opportunity to talk about Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, a chance to mention the remarkable work of Shireen Foster in Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King. And let me just sort of take a chance here to share with you. We have the industrial exploration, science, and religion, and have an old laptop, a bit of our travels and the complication of travels and early inventions. Now I'm going to turn around, and here we then go into Baha'i history. In this case, it would be Baha'u'llah, and we have a wonderful hand-sewn pouch by the Greatest Holy Leaf, a piece of thread from Abdu'l-Baha's Abba, a piece of wood from the house of Baha'u'llah in Tehran, and a piece of glass from the window of Baha'u'llah's house in Tehran. And so then you notice in the background there we have a video going, and it basically deals, the video that's on right now is the civil rights movement, because we do talk a lot about race. So if I walk around this way, here we have the Civil War, 1863, the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, and remembering that momentous moment in American history. You notice there's a saddle there. It's an 1860s 10th Cavalry saddle that that was specifically donated to us as it was served the colored troops. We also have then some of our oops, I don't want me in there, early Baha'i contributions to the Afro-American community that has had clearly an impact. And of course here is Ida B. Wells, who single-handedly, with much effort, stopped lynching in the United States. So, and then turning around, there is the history of the Bab. Our students from the various colleges study that. And just to share, here we have some dust from the House of the Bab in Shiraz, some kernels of dust from inside Sheikh Tabarsi, and a rock from the outlying fields, and a hair of Abdu'l-Baha that has been given to us by the Greatest Holy Leaf. And if you can see, there are just a few little curly items in the background. So I'd like to share with you, we have our library or little conference room where the various students come together and have a chance to study the writings of the faith or Christianity or progressive revelation. But as you can tell, we are just thrilled that we even have an opportunity to be able to have a study room. Okay, here we are. Good morning. Some of our volunteers. We have Margaret and Gregory and Narula. So welcome to our volunteers as I now carry on and move further down into the museum. So at the end, we have a area to sit down and meditate, and then we'll move now into our into our lounge. Our lounge is designed to be available for our many visitors to a variety of activities, such as virtual reality. We have a bit of a welcome center there for our dignitaries, and forever ready to go chess games, because we have a regular chess club meeting in here sometime today. Of course, a cozy fireplace that is always welcoming. Enough activities such as a keyboard and our principles of the faith, just to walk them through into our what we call potluck area. So it is warm and it's welcoming. It's forever ready to go cookies and coffee for everybody. And of course, a nice and cozy place for our children. And potluck and coffee and fancy teas and fancy coffees. So walking around here is our crafts room. Many times we have students in here that just really have fun with all the various opportunities that they can develop their crafts. And our kitchen. We are so thrilled that we have a kitchen. And so then we keep walking through. Just one more time, I sort of glance around our potluck area. Now I'll walk through our little kitchen, my travels, and here we are back in the museum. So I hope you enjoyed our small exhibit on our tour into our Unity Museum in Seattle, Washington. Come and visit us real soon.